So hello everyone, Grosey here. Today we've got another episode of the Unhuntables podcast series with Christopher.
Hello.
And today we are searching through the dreaded 5p coins.
I did say in our little we have a little break between recording my part and Groce's part that this is the first time we've done 5p's and he hasn't moaned about it.
I know, I didn't even say a word.
There we go.
Oh well. The only good thing about 5p's is that it's not 5p's next week. Or whatever it is.
And then next time, yeah.
Next time,
True.
yeah. But there's going to be a little time lapse going on in the background, searching through £100 in 5p's, trying to find NIFCs, territories, whatever else it may be. We were talking about mintage figures before, and yeah, we're going to carry on. There's some other bits and bobs that we want to talk about. One thing that I was going to mention before we started recording, and I suddenly thought, no, that'd be quite interesting, or maybe just a point to mention. It's not that interesting, but apparently I've heard rumours that people are finding 2022 Shield 50p's.
Yeah, I've heard that too, which is quite exciting because it's obviously they've come out of the Royal Mint. There's some potentially space in the long store for more new coins. So 2024 potentially we could see a range of different coins.
That's
Hopefully
right.
Not just 100 million at 2024 Atlantic salmons.
Could
or
you imagine?
2025, whatever it is. I think that would be
That would be devastating.
a very cold bucket of water on top of
Could you imagine,
the fiery
right?
heat of the salmon.
Imagine if they did that at 100 million salmons, and then you had to check every single one if it was a 2023.
Imagine how many people would message saying, I found a salmon, I want to sell it. It's like, right, what date is it? 2024. It's not the key date. Because again, even if there is a huge amount of 2024, 2025 or subsequent year salmons, the 2023 one will still have a premium, I think.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not quite as high as it's selling for at the moment. And I know that, again, it's a very similar mintage to the Kew Gardens 50p's that people argue it will have the same sort of value, but mintage figures aren't everything when it comes to the value of a coin. It's a great foundation, but there's lots of other things that build on a coin, and lots of people are finding other years salmons from other years. I don't think they're going to they'd be as excited for the 2023 as we are currently for it.
I think there's a lot of, like, most people on the street, so to speak, would know about a Kew Gardens, in the sense that, you know, even non-coin collectors will know.
Yeah, I think if you're a non-coin collector, you're more likely to know the Kew Gardens than any other coin.
Yeah, that's right, definitely. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens with the values.
No, definitely. It'd be interesting to see what mintage figures potentially are going forwards.
As you said, I want 2024 vintage figures already.
Yeah.
I want 2025. I want all the vintage figures for the rest of time.
We've got the best part of a year before that happens, Grosey.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Oh well.
And again, moments after they come out, we'll be clamouring for the next years.
Yeah. It does seem mental though how not that long ago it feels we were doing the whole Team Tower, Team Sherlock thing.
Wasn't long ago. It's like 5 years ago, Grosey.
I know, but it doesn't seem that long ago. But that was 5 vintage figures ago.
Yeah.
Notice how I
don't know, it feels a little bit different because I've moved since then. So it's more dated to me than it might be to you.
Notice how I said Team Tower, Team Sherlock.
We're not judging out this feud. There was no Sherlock. No Paddington on your Sherlock. It was not part of the Paddington race.
We still won. We still have the lowest vintage figure.
Yeah, but your team no hope because it wasn't in the race. It's like it would be like going along to the races and running along the side with the horses. You're not going to win the prize even if you beat the horses to the finish line.
Oh well. I'll still take it as a win.
No. Team Tower won. I was Team Tower, wasn't I?
Yeah, that's why I said it, so that we sort of brushed Team Cathedral under the carpet.
Yeah.
But there we go. I've just alienated half of my viewers. Anyway.
All 3 of them. I almost didn't say that. I apologise. I almost didn't say that.
That's almost 2 weeks in a row.
You teed me up for that one. It would be. I couldn't not.
Anyway, what else is written down? 2025 Sovereign. You've written that down to talk about.
Yeah, it's just come out. It's quite exciting. You've got the old Royal Arms design on it, celebrating the anniversary of it. I think it's 125th anniversary, although I might have that wrong. So it's a unique reverse, but we've also, in the same year, had the George and the Dragon design released alongside it. Obviously it's dated 2025, we're still in 2024, but this happens at the end of the year. Some of the coins that get minted are for next data for the following year. I think they can do that. They can't backdate coins though. They can predate coins, but they can't backdate. But no, it was interesting to see some of the mintage figures. The George and the Dragon, the Proof Sovereign, ended up with a very low mint, just over 2,000. The Royal Arms one, again, still a low mintage for a Proof Sovereign, but so it almost surprised me that the unique one, it has a much higher mintage than the George and the Dragon one.
They can mint in advance, but they can't backdate. Just still trying to get their heads around that.
We've had this argument, we've had this conversation before. You're predating because that date hasn't happened yet.
Oh,
you
so you
can't
can mint...
backdate. So in 2024, you can't make a 2023 coin.
Right, okay. I wonder why that is, or what the specific reason is.
I don't know. I don't know even if there would be a rationale for the reason. Obviously, there's obviously the one mind thought that springs to mind, that given how popular the Kew Gardens 50p is, it prevents them from now minting a 2009 dated
I see.
Kew Gardens 50p. But again, that's probably not the reason. It's probably some archaic law that predates our existence and the Royal Mint in Clan Tristan's existence, that the rule is that's what they do because that's what they do.
Yeah, fair enough. Good stuff. Have you bought the Sovereign?
We are expecting to see the Silver Sovereign at the end of the month. I think it was around the 24th. It was on the Royal Mint website, which again will be kind of an interesting one because the Royal Mint has not made a Silver Sovereign before. Other mints have for other places, but the UK's Royal Mint have not made a Silver Sovereign for the UK before, which is kind of exciting.
Are you buying either of them?
You my accountant all of a sudden?
Pardon? Oh, no, I was just wondering. Are you buying the Silver Sovereign? I don't know whether I should or not. I haven't decided.
I'm trying to persuade myself not to. But when it gets released, I'm not sure I'll be able to resist. It's an interesting piece, even if it's not going to be a valuable one. So again, I don't know. I'm going to try and persuade myself not to, but I know what I'm like.
Is it a particularly good value from a bullion point of view?
No, it's terrible. It's a terrible investment. I think you're paying £16 a gram for silver.
£16 a gram? What? And there's like 30 grams in an ounce, and you can buy an ounce for about £30. So you're spending.
But again, it's worth pointing out it's going to be a proof coin, though. It's not just a standard sort of bullion coin. You are paying that premium for proof, but again, this is part of the argument in my head. Christopher, you don't need to buy this. Save your money, buy something else. But that I guess it will have it doesn't win too often.
The numismatic value will outweigh the bullion value, probably.
Depends how many get made. There's also a premium Silver Sovereign that I'm led to believe has got a privy mark, which differentiates it from the standard one, with a increased price tag too.
A privy mark? What kind of privy mark?
I don't know.
I'm sort of sussing it out in my mind whether or not I should buy it. And you're very good at normally persuading me to buy things.
If I believe in something. So I think it's going to be a cool item. Will it be worth the price it's going to be sold for? I don't know. It all depends how many get made. If there's absolutely tons of them, then again they're not going to hold their value. Even though it's the first time they've done this, but I don't know. I wouldn't want to give advice that I'll regret in the future.
Here's something else, right? Let's do a little prediction. Which definitive do we think we're going to find first in the Unhuntables? 5p, 20p.
5p?
I would agree. For some reason I thought we were hunting through 10p's, so I was going to say the 10p and the 20p. But yeah, that makes no sense to do it between the 5p and the 20p because one's got a humongous mintage figure. Oh well, there we go. Yeah. That's that idea out the window.
But no, those 2024 two pences that we thought we saw being packaged up, they could turn up before.
That's true. Yeah.
We'll
It'd be nice to see the squirrel. The squirrel does look nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, the Sovereign isn't the only recent release. We've had the last of this year's Harry Potter coins, Harry Potter and the Black Lake. I was quite excited for this release because the first 4 Harry Potter ones we had with the characters I didn't think were too exciting, but the Harry Potter and the Winged Keys, after totally panning the idea of it when it was announced in Royal Proclamation, Winged Keys, what's all this all about? I thought the design was really nice, so I was quite excited to see what the successive coin looked like. That is the Harry Potter, the Black Lake with the mer people. What did you make of the design, Grosey?
I looked at it for the first time, and this is me as a non-Harry Potter, so I didn't have a clue what it was. I looked at it, and I put it this way: I saw something different the first time I saw it compared to when I looked again at the colorized version, and it was like, oh, that's what it's supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
So I couldn't even see the different people or whatever. It just looked like a jumbled blur, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I tend to agree. It doesn't work with or without colour. I was quite disappointed by it. Again, looking at the source material, they've taken that image and changed it for the coin. They've stripped out too much of the detail. It just looks like a big blobby mess. Someone did tell me that it looked like, especially the one with the colour in the design, it looks like someone's just sneezed on a coin. It's very cruel. But,
I mean, if you're that coin designer and you've spent all that time and then you watch one of these videos and you're like, oh.
Yeah, but like, that person sat there and worked at the computer at this. Someone has obviously then 3D modelled it and spent all that time doing it. I was just like, at some point, did you not look at it and go, something's not quite right about this? This looks a bit rubbish.
No one took that moment to think, actually, everyone thought it was wonderful.
Yeah. I was very disappointed with it.
Presumably the committee would have voted on it though. So
yeah,
who knows what the other designs were?
Yeah, imagine. Could you? Yeah, who knows?
Maybe that was the best of a bad bunch.
Very bizarre. I'm not a fan of that design. Again, I must caveat that by saying I haven't actually had mine in person yet, and I know that can influence decisions. But having the initial look at it and thinking about it over these weeks, it doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, I would agree with you as well. So
yeah, we've had some coins in the past you haven't liked very much the design of as well. So there we go.
I know. Well, but you have tended to like the ones that I haven't liked, such as the NHS one and.
The NHS one's grown on me. I wouldn't. It is a boring design, but I wouldn't pan it the same way as I'm panning the Harry Potter and the Black Lake.
I suppose, but it's just. Well, I'm glad actually that the Minter seemed to have turned a corner on text on coins. I'm very glad.
Yeah. Sometimes text works, Grosey. You couldn't have had a Star Wars coin without that Star Wars logo.
You've done that. You've said that on purpose because you know I didn't like that.
You're not a Star Wars fan. You don't understand. It's more.
I
than
do
just
understand
saying Star
because
Wars.
think of the Paddington 50p's. Think of the Paddington 50p's. It doesn't have to say Paddington on it.
Correct, but again, Paddington doesn't have sort of that iconic. When you're sat in the cinema watching the new Star Wars film and it bursts onto the screen, it is more than just saying Star Wars. It is part of the experience of the franchise. It's the essence of the film distilled into that. The font and the wording.
If you go to the cinema to watch the credits, and that sounds like a you problem.
It's not the credits at the start of the film. It's the start of the film. Right, when the next Star Wars film comes out, I will take you to watch it. I don't know what the next film is off the top of my head, but you will experience it.
And I think we should vlog it, and we'll do that.
Yeah, it'll be an experience.
We'll vlog it for the Unhuntables. That's what we'll do. Do the Unhuntables in the cinema.
No, I'm not going to be clicking through my coins watching what I'm watching. I would watch it.
But no, not the actual coins, but just the talky bit.
Yeah, we'll just sit in the back of the cinema talking whilst everyone's trying to watch a film. Great idea.
Yeah. There we go. Right. Anyway, let's get back to the 5p's and see what we managed to find. Okay, so we've managed to find 2 from Jersey, which are from 1993 and 2008. There is also a weird Romanian coin, 2021 5 Bunny. I haven't ever seen one of those before. Really nice Isle of Man sort of Gulf one from 1996, I think that says. Yep, 1996. And there is a Gibraltar from 2000. So I think that 5 finds is definitely going to be enough to win. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed. Go and check out Christopher's channel as well. And I'll see you all later. Bye bye.